Banished from Earth Classic Game Room broadcasts from the Intergalactic Space Arcade on its never-ending mission to review everything. Welcome to Classic Game Room as we celebrate Atari Week here in outer space, and I can't have an entire week of Atari without covering at least one Jaguar game. This is the ambitious Iron Soldier, which features giant robots smashing things. For all the not-so-nice things that people have to say about the Atari Jaguar, let me bring up something good. Explosions, chaos, and mayhem caused by a 50-foot robot with machine guns. It's Iron Soldier, a game that's one-upped by Steel Battalion. Get it? If you're into games like MechWarrior, you might enjoy this one. It definitely shows that the Atari Jaguar was capable of more than just sucking. This is a pretty straightforward first-person perspective mech destruction game like MechWarrior or Mech Assault, where you plod around in a giant robot and blow things up while completing missions. Along the way, you meet new friends and discover new weapons. The missions are actually pretty difficult when you start out because it's not always clear what it is you're supposed to do. The map is terrible. How do they build a giant robot and give you a horrible map? Some indicators would have been really nice. Most of your missions involve destroying something, and you'll be attacked by a bunch of enemies, helicopters, and tanks on your way. Discovering new weapons like grenades are essential, and you'll find them by destroying buildings and collecting the crates inside. Iron Soldier looks pretty good, especially when you consider this is on the supposedly terrible Atari Jaguar, game system of choice for Kasumi Ninja. Well, this is a lot better than Kasumi Ninja. Sometimes you'll find repair crates, and it's a pretty sizable game. Tougher than you might expect. After a while, the enemies put up some serious resistance, and you're not all that powerful until later in the game after you've figured out all of your mission objectives. It takes a while to really get into Iron Soldier, but for the most part, I think it's pretty balanced. And if you have access to the internet these days, which, well, I really hope you do, the codes to unlock everything aren't too far away, and that makes the game a lot more fun, I think. The Gatling guns and chainsaw are great. Before each mission, you can choose where to put your weapons, and then use the keypad on your Jaguar controller to select them. While the gameplay is a bit sluggish compared to modern standards, certainly the music and sound effects are pretty good, although I would not run out and just buy a Jaguar. They're expensive, they eat a ton, and you'll need lots of permits. And they're just kind of a pain in the ass. Also, I wouldn't run out and buy an Atari Jaguar. However, if you collect for the Jaguar, make sure that you have this game on your shelf. It's one of the best I've played, and while I know that doesn't really say a whole lot, it does demonstrate that the Jaguar had quite a bit of potential. Iron Soldier isn't amazing, but considering the year it was released, I'd say it's pretty good. And I would have loved this game in 1994 or 95. Not a bad game. This and Alien vs. Predator show that the Jaguar had some promise that was never fully exploited. Too little too late, as I said in the Atari Jaguar console review. But as a lifelong fan of MechWarrior, I enjoyed this one, Iron Soldier, so big thanks to Greg from Classic Game Room. Thanks for sending this down the intergalactic space hallway, proving that once again, you can't go wrong with giant robots and chainsaws. Even on the Jaguar.